When you're starting your health journey, right, whatever you're looking to do, is you have to have a why. So homework assignment number one is to figure out what your why is. Now, what I mean by that is that many people come to me, right, and they have all kinds of symptoms that they want to get rid of. They want to fix problems, right? Fix my pain, fix my gas bloat, fix my anxiety, fix my depression, fix my weight. Just fix. As though that once you fix the problem, then life is going to be grandiose, right? So I understand clearly that we want to get rid of symptoms, but what I'm asking you to do is, how would your life be better if you didn't have those symptoms? What would your life be like if you had less anxiety and depression? What would your life be like if you had less brain fog and your brain was clear and sharp, right? What would your life be like if you weren't dealing with chronic constipation, diarrhea, IBS issues, digestive bloats? What would your life be like without the symptoms that you're dealing with? Why I'm pointing this out is because what we all tend to do is we focus our attention on what we don't want. We don't focus our attention on what we want or what we desire. Right? It's on what we don't want. So we're just avoiding things, right? And so if we're just going from doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor, trying to fix this problem, fix that problem, fix this problem, fix that problem, looking for some magic combinations of supplements to fix the problem, we get disappointed. We're back on the internet Googling, trying to find other answers, that somehow somebody else is going to magically say something or do something to make my problems go away. Right? Now we're going to affect those things through strategies, but the key is if we put our attention to what we desire. You see, you have your current reality of what you don't want. You have the desired reality of what you want. And there's a pull in both directions. Right? If your attention, if your focus is constantly on what you don't want, the energy pulls you back here, and you never get better. Right? But if you start putting your attention and your focus on what you desire, right, you start pulling you into that direction. And so that's what a really key thing to do. So an exercise that I ask everyone to do is just get a piece of paper out. Right? Just get a piece of paper out. Right? And you can just, kind of an old school thing, you just draw a line down the middle. Maybe just put down your current reality, CR, and put down your desired reality, what you're looking for. Since we're talking about healthier, you can make a list of all of your current reality, your current situation of what you deal with, your health, your brain fog, your lack of energy, sleep deprivation, digestive, whatever you can take this further. You can put down your current reality in your relationships, in your finances, any aspect. But here we're kind of focused on health challenges, right? But put down here clearly what it would be like if you didn't have that. What is your desired result? What would your life be like with more energy and better weight and just better thinking, clarity of thinking? What would you do? How would you experience your life? Right? So this is a really important exercise. Right? When you put more attention to what you desire, right, your why gets bigger. And when your why gets bigger, you're more likely to take the action steps to drive you towards that desire. Okay? This is a really important concept. Right? So get a paper and write down again your symptoms, what you're dealing with, what you don't like to deal with, what you like to resolve. And then on the opposite side of that is what would be your desired result. Okay? And then what I'm going to ask you to do when you start getting clarity on that is that when you get up in the morning, take 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and close your eyes, deep breathe, do some easy meditation, get yourself into a relaxed position, and just spend 10 to 15 minutes focusing your attention on the desire that you would like to have, and try to see yourself in that experience so that you can actually feel the experience of that desired state. Do not underestimate the power of transformation this small little exercise has. Now again, this is all about tiny steps. So if you can start applying these tiny steps and practice this every day over the next 12 weeks, you will see positive changes. I hope that's been helpful. Okay, and we'll talk about how you're doing with that in the live Q&A.